Congratulations! It's your first day on the job as a brand new FBI special agent. What will your first assignment be? Infiltrate a South American government? Post the latest PSYOP content to TikTok? Or maybe you'll defend B by yourself while your team throws the match. The possibilities are endless and mind-numbingly dystopian. You are very excited. Jenkins, get in here. I've got your assignment. I want to warn you, the last 3 agents we gave this task to completely lost their minds. We think they got sucked into some kind of pyramid scheme, went bankrupt, and stopped coming into work. We don't even know where they are, and they've been presumed KIA. They kept ranting about debts they had to pay, something about repair costs. Be careful. You open the envelope, your hands tremble with anticipation. Jenkins, who do you think has the largest collection of illegally obtained secret military documents on the internet? The CIA? Anonymous? The Club Penguin discussion boards? What if I told you there was a place online even more sinister than these, where deranged participants break international arms trafficking laws just to win an argument? These guys are stacking up classified British tank manuals and Chinese aircraft specs at a rate that would make the Merchant of Death blush. I'm not talking about hardened FSB hackers or backdoor blockchain burglars. I'm talking about a video game forum, and that video game is War Thunder. You see, War Thunder is part of a depraved genre of video games known as military simulation games. The people who play these games do not play them for fun. At least not fun in the way that you and I experience fun. Imagine climbing in a plane for 7 minutes, and then searching for enemies for another 10 minutes. And when you finally find one, you start to dive on him. Just as you're about to finally line up a shot, a player from your own team rams into you, destroying both of your planes as you watch the last 17 minutes of gameplay fall to the earth at terminal velocity in a burning heap of steel and jet fuel. That is what these people do for fun. Now, imagine an entire forum full of these masochists. Do you think they're talking about their favorite sports teams or posting pics of their heckin' good pupperinos? No. They're arguing about the rotation speed of their favorite French-made battle tank's turret. You can see how such a community might be naturally inclined to bicker about technical minutia to no end, which is fine. The problem is a lot of the people who play these games are similar to the German farmer who spends 12 hours a day plowing his barley fields and then goes inside and plays Farming Simulator for another 6 hours before going to bed. The only difference is when the farmer posts a John Deere manual in a forum to get the dev to fix the turn radius of his favorite tractor, he's not committing treason. In War Thunder, that's exactly what they're doing. Your assignment is to infiltrate these forums and find the source of these leaks. And Special Agent, whatever you do, do not play the game. But if there's one game you should play, it's the latest FPS city building strategy mobile game, whose devs have been gracious enough to sponsor this video.
Head game maker Craveplay invites you to play Hyper Fever. Critics call it the most mobile of all mobile games. Build a unique character from our preset warlords in the only real-time card strategy MMO that lets you play offline online. Relax with bubble-popping match 3 roleplay as you engage in casual hardcore battle royale. Hyper Fever has it all.
Just kidding, that was a completely fake game, but you know what's not a fake game? Raid Shadow Legends. Raid is a free-to-play game with over 80 million downloads, so they must be doing something right. They are constantly adding fresh content to this game, and there are now over 650 unique champions to collect. This April, Raid is going on an egg hunt, but we're not hunting for normal eggs. We're hunting for dragon eggs. Just download Raid using the links below, copy your in-game player ID, and then head on over to egghunt.plarium.com from April 14th to May 15th. Enter your player ID and then journey through the flaming portal to embark on an exciting AR adventure. Scour the dragon's lair using your phone, and if you find the hidden egg, you'll be in for a chance to win amazing in-game items and even real-life prizes, ranging from legendary Raid champions to Amazon gift cards with a total value of $20,000. Existing Raid players can join in on the excellent fun as well. Go to egghunt.plarium.com and you'll find a special promo code that everyone can use to earn a small gift in-game. Use my link in the description or use my QR code to get insane bonuses. We are talking an epic champion Talia from the Sacred Order faction and other useful things like energy refills, skill tomes, and an XP booster. Once you're in and crushing your enemies, come find me. My name's Jabroni with a 0. So just hit my link in the description and I'll see you on the battlefield. It's October 2021. 2 users on the War Thunder forums are discussing the rotation speed of the French Leclerc tank's turret. One user, Red Cross, claims to be the gunner of a Leclerc tank in the French military. No, all Leclercs have this rotation speed, says so in both docs I posted, and yes, it's been reported. It took this many seconds for the turret to make a complete turn, so this is indeed correct and not that. I'm mentioning the S2 tank, the tank I was in. Aviator hat smirking emoji. Red Cross then posted a document titled Secret Document. The secret document was the gunner's manual issued by the French military. Another poster tagged the forum's moderators asking, "You guys want to clarify what the French government and or whatever their Department of Defense equivalent is allows in regards to this? I'm pretty certain those manuals are off limits." The mods were quick to reply, saying that they would not allow anyone to post classified information on the forums or information that even looks classified unless the poster could present clear approval. Another mod posted, "Guys, it's not funny to leak classified documents of modern equipment. You put the lives of many on stake who work daily with the vehicles. Keep in mind that these documents will be deleted immediately alongside sanctions. Thanks for reading." The commotion on the forums quickly made its way over to Reddit, where a more balanced and nuanced discussion was able to take place. After Reddit, the story was published in online news articles, and eventually got so much coverage that the leak was immortalized on the tank's Wikipedia page. Unfortunately for Red Cross, the tank's rotation speed was never updated due to the devs being scared of a little espionage charge. In December of 2022, War Thunder gave gamers a lethal Christmas present called the Apex Predators Update. While I was hoping that the Apex Predator would be a rideable T-Rex or maybe even a toddler-seeking missile, we didn't get either of those things. The Apex Predator turned out to be an American-made F-16 fighter jet. How long do you think it took forum posters to leak restricted American military documents about the F-16 after it was added to the game? A year? 6 months? Surely it would take some time to come up with contraband about such a secret jet. No, it took them 27 days. In a thread on January 16th, users were discussing the F-16's ability to use AMRAAM, which stands for Advanced Medium Range Air-to-Air Missile. Thanks, Raytheon. One poster claimed that the F-16 model in question could equip the AMRAAM and use a special radar mode at the same time, called TWS or Track While Scan. TWS mode allows pilots to track targets and scan at the same time, allowing for the possibility of acquiring additional targets as well as providing an overall view of the airspace at the same time. The poster showed technical diagrams and pointed out the control panel on the F-16 where this was done. When a fun-hating MiG fan told him he couldn't post these things, the conversation got spicy. It is 40 years old, allowed per Gaijin rules. Check the cover page. No, it isn't permitted per US laws on restricted and export restricted data. And by the way, 3/4 of the things you posted are newer than 30 years old and still restricted. Oh, and also, you're also wrong, it's not permitted per Gaijin's rules either. This guy was being accused of posting restricted information at least 4 times on the forums. So he did the logical thing and pointed out that in the document's headers, they all say unclassified. See, no laws were broken, and this guy is definitely not getting picked up by Special Agent Jenkins, who was quietly reading the thread while sipping his morning coffee. I might need to download this game just to see what they're talking about. But what does that part right above unclassified mean? US government access only, export controlled. Distribution authorized to US government agencies only. This document contains export-controlled technical data. Okay, so maybe we're not in the clear. What about the other documents he posted? E. DoD only. Distribution authorized to DoD components only for unclassified and classified technical data. Direct military support. The document contains export-controlled data of such military significance that release for purposes other than direct support of Department of Defense approved activities may jeopardize an important operational military advantage of the United States. So yeah, you might want to log off and flee the country, dude. I hear France is hiring tankers. Maybe you can get a job there. Other posters in the forum pointed this out too. So if I'm reading this correctly, each citation for every tech manual mentioned are what the US government declares DoD only, distributed amongst US agencies only. Export controlled? Sounds a little rule breaky with a hint of federal criminality. What is the restriction status on this, if you don't mind me asking, aviator hat smiling emoji? Restricted, 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 restricted. The leak discussion quickly made its way over to Reddit, where one poster pointed out, in defense manufacturing we call this CUI, Controlled Unclassified Information. Sharing CUI documents in a manner that doesn't match the proper protocol is a big no-no. War Thunder is official and highly important business. Just 6 days later, a Redditor posted this in the War Thunder subreddit. Friend of mine just got a job at Raytheon. As part of the security clearance, a PI has to investigate the person, call up witnesses, EI friends. I was on the contact list. I get a call. Asks basic questions like, would he overthrow the government or shit like that? And then, does he play War Thunder? Guys, holy fuck, we did it. War Thunder is official a risk of national security. Commenters in the thread were not impressed. Not surprising, honestly. Skill issue. We could have avoided all this if we just side climbed. But the media was not as stoically unimpressed as the War Thunder community. And just 2 days later, PC Mag posted an article titled, "Playing Military Sim War Thunder may get you classed as a national security risk." The internet was ablaze with speculation. Gaijin, the parent company of War Thunder, contacted Raytheon directly, who replied,
"We only look at a person's education, employment, and criminal history when hiring. We've never looked into a person's video game habits, and I can't imagine a case in which we'd have a concern with any game.
So, who is telling the truth? The same day, the original poster made a new post on Reddit. Yes, the story was made up. I lied on the internet as everyone else does. But who would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies. PC Mag revised their headline. Playing War Thunder won't get you classed as a national security risk. The story quickly fizzled out, and the War Thunder community went back to playing their game without releasing classified information or making headlines. For 5 days. On January 30th, a user on the War Thunder forums reported a bug. When piloting the J-8B Chinese interceptor, he couldn't manually change the direction the radar was pointing in. Well, how is that a bug? Plenty of aircraft from that era have fixed radar. Here is the Chinese government's manual on the plane, see page 342. It has bearing control. Oh, okay. Then another user complained that the same J-8B was missing another feature. Since the introduction of the J-8B in March of 2022, although the detailed cockpit has remarked the existence of a ballistic computer for the HUD, but due to unknown reasons, CCIP capabilities were removed from the jet way before its introduction, as of documents suggested most HUD functions be a certain ex-consultant, but a declassified printout from Institute 601, Shenyang Aircraft Design Institute, which designed this aircraft, noted the existence of such function for the J-82 series. What the hell is CCIP? Oh, it's a targeting system for accurate dive bombing. Real pilots don't need that trash. Get good, scrub. Over on Reddit, a fresh post went up. Ladies and gentlemen, I have officially lost count for how many leaks there have been. Please welcome the J-8B to the club. But the second poster said that manual was declassified, so what's the problem? Well, the problem for that poster is that some people online have the ability to read Mandarin. Shocking, I know. And one of such people pointed out that on the very first page of the manual he posted, the word classified is stamped right on the front. The cover of the document that was in the post has the classified stamp on it with none of the procedures for declassification in China being seen on it. If this document was truly declassified, then the stamp would either be covered up or have another stamp next to it labeling it as declassified. Whoops. Jenkins felt that he was getting close to finding the source of these leaks, and he kept seeing references to an older leak, something truly classified like the J-8B leak. But with a modern vehicle, some truly juicy information must have been posted at some point in the past. Why did the Leclerc headline say War Thunder fan leaks classified military documents to win an argument about tanks again? Bingo. July 2021. A user is complaining about the British Challenger 2 main battle tank. This is a modern tank that was deployed in the Iraq War and is still in service today. The user on the forum really didn't like how the game depicted the inside of the tank. It is really obvious that some things are not quite right, especially when the rotor depicted in the model is barely thick enough to reach the trunnion position, never mind cover them, being less than half the thickness it should be. Basically, Gaijin would have you believe that the rotor supports the weight of a gun cradle, recoil mechanism, breech, barrel, mantlet assembly, coax MG, and the tish isn't even supported by the trunnions at all. It just floats apparently. He then posted in-game screenshots that he had marked up with his own corrections. Who is this guy anyway? Well, his profile on the forum says he's a Challenger 2 commander, so he should know, right? It says he's in Tidworth. You know what else is in Tidworth? The headquarters of the Royal Tank Regiment, where they operate and train on Challenger 2 tanks. I think this guy is for real. The tank commander went on to post a document and several screenshots from a technical manual clarifying his statement on the turret weight and rotation speed, which of course he said were unclassified. Except, no, they weren't. The documents he posted had an unclassified stamp added to them and the words UK restricted were crossed out. But the valiant forum moderators, ever suspicious, contacted the British Ministry of Defence directly, and they answered quickly. From Defense Equipment and Support, Ministry of Defense, Abbey Wood. I can confirm that it does appear to be a genuine extract. It certainly has not been released under FOI previously by Defense Equipment and Support or considered for redacting. We also do not recognize the unclassified stamp as something that has been used in the DENS. After relaying the message from the British MOD, the moderator added, "We have written confirmation from MOD that this document remains classified. By continuing to disseminate it, you are in violation of the Official Secrets Act, as stated by the warning on the cover of the document, an offense which can carry up to 14 years prison sentence if prosecuted. Of this you are already aware. As a service person, you have signed a declaration that you understand the act and what action it compels you to take. Every time you post this, you place us, international representatives of Gaijin, especially any UK citizens, in hot water, as the warning so helpfully states that unauthorized retention of a protected document is an offense." And allegedly, this wasn't even the tank commander's first time posting classified documents on the forums. It happened once before. Apparently, the same user leaked documents in the past. How the f did he stay in the armed services after the first time? Once is a mistake, twice is a keel hauling. Okay, yes. Breaking the law and leaking classified documents is kind of a no-no. But this man, this tank commander, leaked classified documents for the sake of accuracy, for the sake of War Thunder. The least we could do is update the tank in-game now that we know for sure that he's right? Well, no. A forum mod said, "There is no valid source material that can be used, therefore no change will take place. We've made it very clear our stance on source material." You see, leaking classified documents to get your bug report to the front of the line puts Gaijin in a very precarious situation. Now they can't update the vehicle because they could be accused of using classified information in their game illegally. In a way, leaking dooms the vehicle to inaccuracy. But that is absolutely never going to stop these people. In January 2023, the Challenger became the first modern Western main battle tank to be given to Ukraine. Ukrainian soldiers traveled to the UK to be trained by the Royal Tank Regiment. Maybe the tank commander from the forums got to explain to them how the turret works and how fast it can rotate in a rehabilitative new purpose to free his mind from the shackles of War Thunder. Or maybe he's imprisoned by real shackles in some dingy jail awaiting a court-martial. And Jenkins? Well, he's been immortalized as the FBI agent who went looking for leakers and never came back. Maybe the next agent will have more luck. Huge thanks to my Patreon supporters and YouTube members whose direct funding helps me make more videos like this on this channel. If you'd like to join their ranks, there's a link somewhere on screen, or you can just hit the join button down below. And lastly, thanks to you. If you watch this far, I hope all your shots land on target and the enemy's ammo cooks off in a terrifying way. If you need some more content to watch, I have a second channel called Jabrangus where I talk about internet drama and stuff like that if you're into that. And as always, thanks for watching. Stay weird, internet. See you next time. Peace.